I'd like to introduce you to a very special woman. This is Victoria Johnson. Hi.
Hi. I've had 15 rounds of chemotherapy. I started gene therapy last May. Also, I had a unfortunate rare bacteria, so I was on IV for 3.5 months. And then I was diagnosed with tumors in the brain, so I had brain surgery and radiation this fall. And I'm here.
And you are here, and
I'm not sure how, but I'm here.
You are here. Obviously, this treatment is unbelievably expensive.
Yes.
And instead of just saying, oh, I give up, you are taking all this creative energy that we all know you so well for, and you are making these beautiful things to help pay for the medical expenses and give other people some enjoyment.
Last January, I had a benefit where everyone contributed. And I mean, they gave incredible prizes and money, and that really got me through the last year and a half. So once I was bedridden or in my home this whole summer on those IVs, I started making throws, which I had done for my home, and everyone that came in there loved it and wanted one. So that's how it started.
Victoria Johnson, I'm so proud to call you a friend of mine.
Oh, thank you so much.
In our first story, we're going to meet a woman who has been forced to reinvent herself. And Patty did this story. So, Patty, what can you tell us about Victoria?
Victoria is an amazing woman. She's so courageous. She's surrounded by beauty, and she created something out of a horrible situation. She created her own business, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful type of company that you'll see right now.
And I guess we can say that she's a fighter.
Absolutely.
Victoria Johnson loves roses like no other flower. Because of their intrinsic beauty, she gives them a second life.
I was living at the Rotary House and everyone saw them. So I started making rose potpourri.
Like beautiful roses, for 20 years Victoria was the center of attention. At the age of 18, she became a model and an actress. She was a cover girl and did films and commercials. Then 2.5 years ago, she came to MD Anderson Cancer Center with a diagnosis of stage 4 breast cancer. The cancer is now in her brain.
When you have beauty, you think that you wouldn't survive if you didn't, because that's what everyone sees and talks about, and it really dictates your life. You know, if someone said, gee, you're going to lose all your hair, possibly your breast, definitely your looks, and it's all going to happen overnight, I think that most people whose life depended on what they look like would go crazy, as I thought I would. And it didn't happen, because life becomes more important than any of that. And you really realize that you are not what you look like.
So her focus changed from personal beauty to making beautiful things for others. She named the company Throws Caution to the Wind.
I'm now depending on my brain, and I'm really fighting the cancer with it. Of all the places for it to go, you know, it goes to what's eventually going to be proven to be my strongest organ and my strongest ally. And so I'm just, you know, saying, brain fight the cancer, brain fight the cancer, because they're doing this, you know, the cancer is going for the brain and the brain's going, no, you're not. And so that's kind of the conflict, but so far we're winning.
Help her to know that she doesn't have the strength yet for tomorrow. She only has the strength for right now. I'm so fulfilled here because it isn't in and out hospital, but it's a pilgrimage that you're on with people. I never look upon myself as chaplain patient. I look upon myself as a pilgrim on a journey with them.
She's around death and dying so much, and she's so capable of dealing with it, and she's not afraid of it for herself. And so through her direction and her talks and her praying, and I have to feel things will be okay. If you're ever fortunate enough to have her touch your life, you would know why she is our angel. I was fortunate enough to meet her early on in my cancer treatment. Because of the impact she has made in my life, all my angels are dedicated to Sister Alice Potts.
walk me through this one. Don't leave me alone. Calling all angels, calling all angels. We're trying, we're hoping, we're hurting, we're loving, we're crying, we're calling, 'cause we're not sure how this goes.
For most of her young adult life, Victoria Johnson traveled the world, working as a model and actress. She was featured on magazine covers and in print layouts, and acted in commercials and movies. Then, life changed. At age 46, Victoria was diagnosed with advanced breast cancer. Even though Victoria had received yearly mammograms as well as ultrasounds, by the time her cancer was diagnosed, it had already spread to her lymph nodes, bones, and liver. It was classified as stage 4 infiltrating ductal carcinoma. Fiercely independent, Victoria sought out the best medical care in the world. Her search took her to hospitals in New York and Los Angeles, and then finally to MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, where she has lived and been treated for the last 6 years. Because Victoria's cancer was so far advanced, surgery to remove her breast would not have affected the cancer that had already spread. But while her cancer was not considered curable, it was treatable. She began an 8-month course of chemotherapy, and soon after completing that course, she started taking Taxotere, as well as a new drug, Herceptin. Shortly after beginning the new drug regimen, Victoria got a rare and life-threatening bacterial infection, which often attacks the lungs and brain. An MRI of her chest and brain revealed cancer in the lungs. After 3 months on antibiotics, a new MRI discovered the cancer had metastasized to the brain. The surgery to remove the brain tumors was followed by radiation to her brain for 30 days straight.
And about the time I'm over that, then we discover another one in the brain, about 9 months later. And then we discover 6 weeks after that another one. So now we've got 2, and we're watching and waiting. And so now we're going to give it another month.
It was finally decided to remove all the tumors with a double craniotomy. Victoria had now been through 4 years of treatment, the initial 8 months of chemotherapy, the bacterial infection and intense antibiotic regimen, followed by 2 brain surgeries and brain radiation.
After 4 years, I became kind of stable. Not remission, but stable. And then in summer of 2002, we had some activity in the breast. Okay, it was starting to redevelop and to grow.
The breast tumor the doctors had been watching while Victoria was getting more urgent treatment began to grow again. Up until this time, she had been spared surgery on her breast.
So I was able to maintain my body image through all of this. No surgeries up until 2002. Then I had a lumpectomy.
The lumpectomy was followed by breast radiation treatments. Now, a year later, Victoria has discovered another lump in the breast where the cancer first occurred. She is now back on a new form of chemotherapy.
It has traveled to the lymph nodes and now back into the clavicle, so it's almost like starting over.
For Victoria Johnson, every moment of life is worth fighting for. She continues in treatment and continues to challenge the odds for women with stage 4 breast cancer.
Wake up and smell the coffee. Stop and smell the roses. Take one day at a time. My favorite is it's time to use the good china. Enjoy life. Yeah.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement, seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Someone mutters in a street lamp gutters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Burnt out ends of smoky days, the stale cold smell of morning.